Hello, welcome to this moment. I felt upset. I felt a bit upset. There was something I was planning to do and it's closed today. Something else I wanted to do, but the weather doesn't really allow it. So I find myself a bit stuck and finding myself a bit lonely and not knowing what to do about it. And I had this idea of doing. I called a few friends. I left some messages. I got my mom quickly on the phone, and I kind of got discouraged to reach out more. And so the last messages I left to a friend, I realized that I had a very clear need for company and connection and finding ways to contribute to enrich life. And I didn't have a clarity around how I was going to do that. And then I hung up and I had this idea of doing my videos earlier than I thought I was going to do them. And so I'm here doing it. And the topic of loneliness, I found that interesting because yesterday I was talking about it with one of my dearest, if not my dearest, listening partner. And I came to this realization that sometimes I feel lonely, and sometimes I am lonely, but sometimes I think that I shouldn't be lonely, and sometimes the kind of the loneliness or the feeling uncomfortable, the feeling sometimes painful, comes more from the thinking that where I am in my life, sometimes alone, like right now, just facing my phone and talking to you in my apartment. Sometimes I think I had many times this belief, this thinking going on that it shouldn't be the way it was. And so when I think that what is shouldn't, that's why I start to suffer. And so I find it interesting that we realized with Jan that yes, sometimes there is some kind of inner injunction, self or self, yeah, beliefs, integrated beliefs that we shouldn't be lonely or we shouldn't be blah 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 or should be blah 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 blah. But the fact is that we are where we are, and if our lives are exactly as it is, as they are, it's because at some level, at least subconsciously, we wanted them to be the way they are. So instead of beating ourselves up for having attracted in our lives the experiences, the situations, the people, the conditions that we are facing and or living amongst, why not trying to be gentle with ourselves and accept that we are where we are? And it may not be such a big deal to be where we are. Sometimes there's clear evidence that things are not okay with the way they are for us, and we really want to change them, and we have the energy and to change them. And sometimes it's clear we want to change things and we don't have the energy yet to change them. So part of accepting where we are is also accepting the level of energy we have access to at any given moment, especially right here and right now. I'm going to make a moment of silence now just to make space for connecting with where we are energetically. What do we have energy for right here, right now? Knowing that I'm guessing you and I are not feeling lonely so much right now than we were before you clicking on the button and watching and me starting this video, because in some way we are connecting, you and I, even if it's you know, retroactively for you watching when I've done this video, because there's no one on the live video now, but you could be watching it as I'm doing it. But this is not the case. If you're watching this, it is in replay. So we are connecting, even if it's on a slight different time, space, time. I'm gonna give up that trying to find an English word for saying what I'm trying to say here. I'm gonna accept that I don't have more capacity to explain what I mean about the different time zones. So we are where we are. When you're watching me when I'm making this video, and I'm gonna make a moment of silence just to listen and make space to hear what's going on inside of us, of you, of me. I didn't know it was going to be so good to be in silence. Oh, wow. That's the meditation time I haven't taken yet today. Welcome to this video. There's someone watching live. Hey. Don't know yet who you are, but welcome to you. So I think I was exploring an invitation to connect with the fact that we are where we are, and one bit more of the context is that I noticed that when I am where I am, sometimes lonely, for example, but I think I shouldn't, and I believe that I shouldn't, there's something more painful than when I just accept that I'm lonely, maybe feeling lonely, and I don't believe that things should be different, they're just as they are. And whenever I make space to accept that things are how they are, even if I want to change something, sometimes I know how to change things, and then it becomes very clear. I just follow through. Sometimes I don't know yet what I can do, and it can be a bit painful, frustrating, not having the clarity around what could be done to improve our conditions. And sometimes that helps to have some company around that. Sometimes they help to have some silence and just breathe and accept that we are where we are, not having yet the clarity we would like to have to change what we can change, but what we cannot yet change because we don't know how yet. So, and there's another situation where we know we would like to change things and we don't have the energy to do what we would like to do. For example, there's two things I wanted to do today, and there's two conditions that makes it seems to be impossible. One is that the place I wanted to go is closed. Another one is the weather. But I realize that I can still get up in my car and drive. Anyway, I'm losing myself in my thoughts. So I guess I'm gonna do that, more silence, just to give us space to connect with where we are, what we have the energy for right here, right now. Whether we know what we want to do next or not, we are where we are. So whatever the level of energy we have right now, let's listen to what emerges to our consciousness. Or how can we say yes to ourselves even more? Hmm. Well, I have energy to celebrate. Actually, the fact that I'm where I am, doing what I'm doing. I'm actually enjoying being where I am right here, right now. Once again, in that silence, there was a part of me thinking, oh, maybe I should go outside. I should push myself, go outside, take the car. Oh my gosh, I could go to the hammam, but I scheduled an appointment at 7:30 p.m. tonight. Oh no, I shouldn't. Oh my gosh, I'm always taking appointment that deprived me from doing what I wanted to do in the end. Oh, I'm such a bad decider. I'm making such poor choices. Those kind of thinking, which I don't believe. I just observe it. Sometimes I do believe my thoughts, but this time I don't. I mean, for microseconds at least, I believed them, but then I was able to kind of step back and look and distance myself from the thinking. So we are where we are, and I said, I'm enjoying being here, not changing anything, just enjoy. Just taking the time actually to enjoy being where I am right here, right now, with you. So I'm going to do even more silence to see if something else emerges. That would be an even more, maybe funnier way to say yes to myself, or you saying yes to yourself. Hmm. I'm looking at a list of actions I thought of taking this morning, and I'm noticing that the first one is connecting to someone I really enjoyed a conference, and I discouraged myself from doing it. I didn't say yes to myself. I said no to myself, and now I realize that, and I can change that. I can say yes. Yes, I can contact this person. Yes, I can say more, even if I'm not fully clear what I'm going to say to this person. So, yes, I'm gonna do that. And on that note, I'm gonna say goodbye for now in English, and I'll do my French video pretty soon or a bit later in the day today. Bye for now. How can you say yes to yourself even more right now? What if you took a challenge of saying yes to you, only yes, for 24 hours. I'm in the middle of such a challenge. Bye.